It's only been a few weeks since we were over in Barcelona for ISE, and trade show season is fully upon us. As the sun goes down on NAMM 2022, let's have a chat about what the last 3 days have brought. So, Richard, I think it's been about a quarter of a century that you've been coming over here, isn't it?
Yeah, 25 years ago when it was downtown LA for 3 short years before it came here. Like Music Mess and Pro Light Sound, the pro section of NAMM has grown considerably each year. It's gathered force in terms of international credentials, international visitors, manufacturers. So being rather the North American music merchants, it took on a more international prestige. And in recent years, it's obviously migrated to the North Hall here, much more professional setup with 2 levels. So growing, maturing, and then obviously COVID put paid to that. They were the last proper show to get away before the pandemic, and you can't really compare. It's system reboot at the moment.
What about you, Si? I mean, what were your feelings coming in on the first day? You know, what did you think?
It was a slow start on that first day, to be frankly honest, particularly in this upstairs North Hall where we are right now. It was quite a sobering experience in those early hours. I think that was down to all of the problems they had with the badges in the lower hall, and a couple of hours into the show, things did start to pick up. For me though, it's been the variety of opinions at this show. I've heard everything from it's been great, it's been busy, it's been vibey, to it's been empty, we've not seen anybody, there are no booths, which is odd, unusual, I would say. Yeah. Unusual.
But I think, do you not think that that's depended on which hall you've been in?
Very much so, but even within halls, there are differences of opinion, whether that's just their specific placement. Down in some of those music halls, you've got performances going on every 15, 30 minutes with big crowds gathering around, and it creates a very different impression than up here. I would say by the end of day 2 yesterday, most people were fairly enthusiastic about the show. I've heard this phrase so many times, low expectations, and anything's a bonus really. I think most people have been reasonably happy, but we're under no illusions. This has not been a normal NAMM, and I think everybody's hoping for that time we can eventually make it back to January.
What have the exhibitors been saying to you about the impact of June?
None of it's positive. January was a special slot whereby it kickstart the year for all of us. June doesn't work, obviously, because for the pro side, the tour season's in full swing in North America. All the front of house engineers, the techs, they're all out on the road. Next year it'll move to April. I think similar problems then, and it clashes with NAB. This technically clashes with Infocom. We're going to be going out there in a couple of days' time, of course. A lot of exhibitors are finding that really hard to get the stuff out of here, out of Anaheim Convention Center, and get to Las Vegas Convention Center. So some logistical problems there, which obviously decrease the potential audience that they could have got through.
We've talked about the logistics of getting to Infocom as well from here in that tight time frame, but not everybody's made that decision. Some companies have favoured one show over the other, so we've got some fairly big names that would have been coming to the show time after time with huge booths that are sadly not here this year.
Any standout moments or activities?
What we've seen now is a rollout of all the products and technologies that have been launched over the last 2 years while we've been living in the world of Zoom and Microsoft Teams. So it's been nice personally to go to booths and see these products because I've forgotten all about them. The takeaway I take from this is going forward, I think exhibitors are going to scale back a little bit. I don't think there's a need to get the big booths and the big bang. I think most companies coming here now are looking to network and to have meaningful conversations.
Yeah, well, that's what's missing from the online experience, isn't it? The vast majority of everything you need to do, you can do, but you cannot have a face-to-face conversation with somebody, and you cannot touch and play with the products. And I guess that's where the value of these shows will be in the future.
Well, I think we'd say that it's been a mixed show, hasn't it, on many levels, and literally depending on the level that you're exhibiting on. But exactly as you say, there's nothing like getting back in front of people and meeting them again and seeing friends and familiar faces. So we're going to pack everything up and head north for the next one.
We're heading east.
Oh, are we?
And I've got my playlist ready to roll.